a lot of my subscribers, particularly my UK subscribers, they didn't like the fact that I kept saying that the judges might be corrupt. They felt that I wasn't being objective. They felt that I was being biased. They felt that I was accusing the UK of being a corrupted when it comes to boxing. Although I explained that I believe every country is corrupted. But understandably so, a lot of my UK subscribers didn't like the fact that I kept saying that. So, I'm going to be objective. Forget about that. Forget about me thinking that this fight is going to be difficult for Parker to get a decision because he's the golden child. My question to you guys is, do you guys think that Parker has the ability to exploit Anthony Joshua's mistakes as a fighter? Please let me know in the comment section. When you look at Anthony Joshua, I think Anthony Joshua is a very talented fighter. You know, he's known for being a puncher, but I think he has a good jab. And I think he has a good body shots. I think he has a wicked uppercut, as he showed against both Dillian Whyte, and Vladimir Klitschko, of course. How can we forget that, right? But I also think he has flaws. One of the flaws I think he has is I don't think he has the best chin. And I don't think he has the best stamina. I think his stamina is questionable. I get the impression and the feeling that that Parker is going to attempt to outbox and stay on the outside against Anthony Joshua, because Kevin Barry, his trainer, is talking about that he needs him to be mobile. He said this out of his own mouth, Kevin Barry. He wants his fighter, Joseph Parker, to be mobile. So therefore, he wants him to be lighter. He said he wants him to be 17 stone, basically, which is in pounds is 238 pounds. Parker is the guy that has been coming in normally around 245. So he basically wants him to be 5-7 pounds lighter. And like I said, it's because he wants him to be mobile. So this implies that Kevin Barry wants Joseph Parker to be on the move. He wants him to be faster on his feet, right? He believes that that's going to be an advantage for someone like Parker. Which means I think he's going to try to outbox Joshua. So if he's able to if he fights that way in a counterpuncher kind of way, do you think he has the ability to exploit his weaknesses? I saw Dillian Whyte counter Joseph Parker. Excuse me. I saw Dillian Whyte counter Anthony Joshua. Right? When Joshua was coming forward, when they were exchanging, Dillian Whyte threw a counter and he rocked Anthony Joshua. Right? So if someone like Dillian Whyte, because I think Parker is a better talented Dillian Whyte. I just do. I think he has better boxing skills. I think he knows how to fight on the outside better than someone like Dillian Whyte. I don't recall seeing Dillian Whyte fight on the back foot, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think Parker can definitely be able to catch someone like Anthony Joshua when he's coming, when he's letting his hands go. But that's gonna take Parker to take risks. He's gonna have to exchange with Joshua. He's gonna be I think he has to exchange with Joshua in order to counter him. Another thing that I find interesting is the second half of the fight. Joshua has faded in past fights. In my opinion, he's faded. I think he's one of those guys that he's strong for the first 6 rounds, but then he fades. But also when he lets his punches go, I think if he hurts a guy and he lets his punches go, I think he runs out of gas. Like I remember I saw Hatman's video talking about maybe a week ago. He made a video talking about Parker versus Joshua, and he was talking about that. If you remember in round 5 when Joshua hurt Vladimir Klitschko and he went for broke and he was trying to knock Vladimir Klitschko's head off. He was trying to stop him. After that, he was gassed out. And it took him a long time to get back into the fight. If you remember, after that, he looked terrible in round 6. That's when he got dropped, and that's when he got beat up. I thought he got beat up in round 6. Then he got beat up in round 7. it took him into like round 10. So he literally wasn't himself for like 4-5 rounds after he, you know, went for broke in round 5 and tried to stop Vladimir Klitschko, and he failed to do it. When he did that and he rallied to try and stop him in round 5, he really gassed himself out. And it took him several rounds to, you know, get back to get a second win, basically, in that 10th round, where he finally got the second win and was able to really hurt, you know, Vladimir, and was able to almost stop him. So my thing is it going to be a case here, will Joshua, let's say Joshua hurts Parker, although Parker has a good chin, let's say he hurts him, and he tries to go for broke, and he fails to take Parker out of there, and then now he's exhausted. Let's say, just like in the Vladimir Klitschko fight, let's say he's not in the fight for 5 rounds. At that point, Joshua and Parker could take advantage of that, right? I get the impression that Joshua is not the best at inside fighting. Like, when he's being pushed back, I get the impression that he's not the best. Because, you know, in round 7, you know, Vladimir Klitschko was pushing back Anthony Joshua, and he was being physical with him, and he was throwing him against the ropes, and he was actually letting his hands go, and he was beating up. I thought that was the worst round of Anthony Joshua's career. He was just getting beat up in that round. So I get the impression that if you're physical with Joshua, if you kind of bully the bully and you know, push him back, I get the feeling that he doesn't do well under that situation. Maybe Joseph Parker could take advantage of that, but I would not advise him to take advantage of that. Like when Joshua was fresh, I would advise him to take it. Like, say if Joshua's run out of gas, or it's the second half of the fight and he's exhausted, then I think Parker, you know, should take advantage of that and go on the inside and attempt to fight him in the inside. And it might be risky, but I think when Joshua is weak and tired, I think and he's vulnerable, I think that's when you could take advantage of that. But yeah, well, let me know what you guys think, because I'm babbling on too much. Let me know what you guys think about the potential. What are the weaknesses do you see in Joshua, and do you think Parker can exploit those weaknesses? Basically, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up the video. I'm out.